And we are back for our what should be the end of the year 2017 podcast. Uh, Thank you everybody that's listened up to this point so far.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been a long time. I'm glad you've stuck it out and listened to me ramble about video games for over an hour. Listen to Josh ramble about video games for over an hour.
Yeah, running on fumes here at this point.
Yeah, it's okay. It's basically 4 a.m. for us. But we want to do something for y'all.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we love our viewers, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All two of you. All right. Anyway, like I said, thank you so much for listening this far. Let's get right to it. October.
Yeah.
First game.
Starts off with Fire Emblem Warriors. I haven't played this game for too long. I know Ricky really likes it. He's unfortunately not here to talk about how much he likes it and what he likes about it. I know he doesn't like a few different missions, but aside from those missions, he's really enjoying his time with it. I only played about like an hour or so with it, but I mean, I like this type of game. I loved Hyrule Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors follows in that same. Obviously, it's a Warriors game. Yeah, I mean, I would play more of it if I had more time to do so, but I could pretty much say that about every game on this list. I like how they implemented the Fire Emblem stuff into it. They do have like a what's that system where you're the support system. They included that. There's no marriage system as far as I know. Like I said, I've only played an hour. Pretty much they have the weapons triangle in there too. And yeah, aside from that, it's a Warriors game. Pretty much just hack and slash. You could do combos if you want to. That doesn't really reward you if you do more combos.
Yeah, I was already really tired of like the Warriors formula. Like after having played Dynasty Warriors 3 or 4 way back in the day on the PlayStation 2. But you know, Fire Emblem Warriors seems like it mixes up the formula enough to merit me getting it eventually. Not at full price though. Like I don't want to pay full price for Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, it's a good game.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's a solid game. It's got a lot of the voice actors, like voicing a lot of stuff. That's pretty neato. I like the what makes it Fire Emblem, like the things that they made that it did to the Warriors formula to make it Fire Emblem style. You know, to make it feel like Fire Emblem, like weapon triangle, the pair up, or whatever.
Right.
That's all cool and stuff. But
yeah. I mean, aside from that, like it is your basic Warriors game.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it a bad game. Those are, I mean, as long as you don't get burnt out on them, they're great games. It's just that it can be repetitive, especially if you're leveling up every character without using the in-game currency.
Yeah, and I'm actually interested in Hyrule Warriors for the Switch. I skipped out on the Wii U version because I was tired of it. But like, hey, it comes with all the DLC that's was for the 3DS and Wii U versions. So and it also runs at a higher frame rate.
Yep, and you don't have to worry about the moblins and stuff being really slow and essentially just flat textures on the 3DS.
Yeah, so
that's always good.
Hyrule Warriors actually does interest me a little bit.
I enjoyed it.
Didn't Fire Emblem Warriors also come out on 3DS?
I believe it did. I didn't play it on 3DS.
Yeah, I'd imagine that version also sucks dick. So
yeah.
Moving on.
It does.
Moving on.
Yeah, we've got the second big game of the year for Nintendo.
The second biggest game. and for me, it was the biggest game for the Switch. This was the reason why I got a Switch. This was when I got a Switch, basically. I bought it for Super Mario Odyssey so I could play Super Mario Odyssey with my daughter. And my daughter absolutely loves Super Mario Odyssey. She actually, I showed her the little music video that they released for Super Mario Odyssey. And she loves to call Super Mario Odyssey Yesy. It's never just Super Mario Odyssey. It's Odyssey Yesy. Okay? So that's really cute. I know I said it's 4 a.m. and my daughter's still awake, but let me see if I can get her to say Odyssey Yesy. I'm a terrible father, by the way. I'm fucking spending hours recording, talking about video games, and my daughter's still awake because I'm doing shit like this. But anyway, Lily, hey, Lily, Lily, what game is this?
Mario.
What Mario is it? See? I told you. Good job, Lily. Yeah, see? She doesn't just say Odyssey. She says Odyssey, you see. So. That's was a huge reason why I got a Switch. I really wanted her to, sort of have that Super Mario 64 experience. With Super Mario Odyssey. And, I hope that Super Mario Odyssey sticks with her for the rest of her life, and that's been a huge thing for me, you know. And it's the best Mario game that I've ever played, basically. On top of that,
yeah,
I mean, really like Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I think. Me, personally, I enjoyed it more than Breath of the Wild. You know how I was talking about how Breath of the Wild is a 10 out of 10 for me? Super Mario Odyssey is a 10.1 out of 10 for me. It's super good, man. I think it's just a way more fun game than Breath of the Wild. Not way more fun game, but to me, it's a better game as a game than Breath of the Wild, if that makes any sense,
Sure. I mean, no, I get what you're saying. I mean, honestly, when I first started playing the game, I was taking it slow, trying to get every moon I possibly could.
Oh, so was I,
Yeah.
But obviously the optimal way is probably not doing that. It's probably just beating it as fast as you can, and then,
unlocking everything, then getting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go.
But, it has that sort of Breath of the Wild aspect to it of freedom and doing things how you want to do. There is some linearity to it. There's the story. You go through the kingdoms, kind of in linear fashion or whatever, but there's an open-endedness in the playgrounds that you get put in. So,
I mean, what was I gonna say?
No, sorry, I was gushing about Super Mario Odyssey and I interrupted you. I'm such a terrible person.
It took me a while to really get into the game. Like I said, I was looking for everything at first, and it really didn't pick up for me until after I got to the Metro Kingdom. I wasn't really enjoying my time too much with it at first. I was like, yeah, okay, this is fun. I didn't think it was as good as Mario 64 at that point. But then as soon as you get to Metro City, as soon as you pass Metro City and you're doing the rest of the story, holy crap, it becomes my favorite Mario game. And it took me a long time to actually admit that I like it more than Mario 64. Mario 64 is my second favorite game of all time. Now I know I said earlier that Breath of the Wild was, but like, up until Breath of the Wild had come out, Mario 64 was there.
So
and I'd say they're on the same level.
Josh has a high tolerance for Mario 64, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, high standard. I think that's the proper word.
Yeah, I held it in high regard.
Yeah. So for Odyssey to actually beat that, it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Go ahead.
And I'm sure I'll go back and forth with it, But I mean, as soon as I beat Mario Odyssey, I kind of went right back in and started a new game, started a new file. Because honestly, I don't know. The one thing I don't like about Mario Odyssey is how you can't really. All right, so everybody with Mario 64, you can just hop back in and redo essentially the story bits, refight Thwomp at the top of his fortress.
Oh, so basically, after a certain point in the kingdom, it just totally changed. Like Metro Kingdom no longer rains. It's no longer dark. It's no longer nighttime.
Right. Yeah, I mean, those are my only gripes with the game. And it's minor.
I felt the same way too. I was like, man, you can only go to that one area in Metro Kingdom after it stops raining, for it to rain and be dark and have that same aesthetic or whatever.
Right. Now it's not like I'm not saying you can't refight the bosses, because you can. You have to beat the story of the game and get to the first secret kingdom, but
And the bosses are actually harder when you refight them.
Right. But I mean, I don't know, that's just my one gripe with the game. Otherwise, I definitely say it's the best Mario game.
I kind of felt the same way too, but there's nothing literally stopping you, starting a new game and just playing through it again, and that's how you re-experience that, those moments before you do the key story parts within those kingdoms. I think how they have it perfectly, and Super Mario Odyssey, within the speedrunning community, was is and was a big deal when it came out. Was a big deal when it came out, and it still is. People are finding all this new technology, new tricks and stuff to break the game essentially. But also because of how open-ended in the order of which you get boons, it really makes it very dynamic, I guess. There's a lot of opportunity to gain or lose time or whatever, doing different things. There's so much freedom in what you can do, speedrunning the game.
Like I was saying with Breath of the Wild before, everyone does have an entirely different experience depending on what moons they get first. So I mean, yes, technically all of the moons that are available are in the exact same places, but you don't always get them in the same order. Or you might look for every available moon in the kingdom the first time, and then just, all right, I don't want to be in this area, so let me just get enough moons and get out.
And, you can... another thing you can do is, try to breeze through the game or whatever, and then when you, eventually revisit the kingdoms post game, you could like stock up on a gazillion moons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could like totally skip going to the like spaceship if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wrote up like this crazy long review for Super Mario Odyssey, and I never actually recorded stuff for it because I didn't actually finish it. But I had so much to say about all the things that they did right with Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I'd like especially like to point out with Super Mario Odyssey is that in a industry that is so focused on like making money and like fucking not really scamming consumers into buying like microtransactions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Super Mario Odyssey has like all these cosmetic things available for you to unlock within the game.
Mm-hmm. Without paying anything extra.
Absolutely nothing. No real money. Microtransactions. You have
Plus,
so many awesome costume references to all sorts
old
of
Mario.
Mario things. You know, you have references to promotional art for Mario stuff. There's an especially really cool costume that references Super Mario 64. I super love that one. You know, it's just amazing. You know,
Yeah.
the people who worked on that team, or that the team that worked on that game, the people at Nintendo, they were so much more obviously focused on making a fantastic game first before making something that makes some money. You know,
Yeah. And
they
the
it's again the passion is shown with games. Passion project.
And the stuff that was shown, like the DLC that was shown, is going to be free DLC.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
An entirely new mode featuring, well, you know, in
Luigi.
quotes, featuring Luigi. And new costumes for free.
Yeah. More costumes for free. And Luigi. Like, you can't even say that about Breath of the Wild, dude. Even Breath of the Wild is trying to scam you with microtransactions, season pass bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, they did have some free DLC, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
With,
I
some
know,
of the
but I'm just saying, Super Mario Odyssey, fucking, it's like, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Here's this amazing game, full package. We'll have additional content with DLC for free. You know,
I will
just to
say,
add on top of that full package. You know, that's why I think
yeah.
it's better as a game than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is still an amazing game. I fucking love
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. But I feel like Super Mario Odyssey is just like up there. You know, it's 60 FPS. I think it's 1080p. Pretty sure it's 1080p. But like, it looks great. 60 FPS. Handheld mode 720. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I will say, however, if Mario Odyssey did offer like a paid DLC that had an entirely new world, I would definitely pay for it.
Me too.
Because it's just more of that game, and that game is fan-frickin-tastic.
Like, what? In a heartbeat. You know, I would totally buy
Hell yeah.
a new kingdom.
But you know, Nintendo, they wouldn't do just one world; they'd offer like two.
Yeah, 2 or 4. So, they want to skimp.
Oh, and I would especially buy it if it was like Mario 64, like updated.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, I was kind of hoping like parody of Super Mario 64, like 120 stars.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be crazy, awesome DLC. But anyway, Super Mario Odyssey, like it feels like a full complete package. Like what's there? It's a complete game. Um, I was talking to Ninquil on our Discord. He just got a Switch, and he got 2 games that I suggested to him, which were Super Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You know, like I said, I was recommending Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the multiplayer aspect. But with Super Mario Odyssey, like the story, I actually really like Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I feel like there was only one way Super Mario Odyssey could have ended, and that's how it does. And it ends perfectly, so fantastically. I love the whole like Last Kingdom, basically, in Super Mario Odyssey. The way that it's done, the way that the ending goes. It's so perfect, so perfect, such a surprise, so amazing. There's only one way it could have ended, and it does it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I love that ending. Oh my god. Honestly, I think that ending is what kind of put it over for me between like Mario 64 and Odyssey. Well, and that's another thing, like with how much Mario emotes in this game. Well, obviously compared to 64, but that's just because of, limitations.
Technology.
Yeah. But oh man, that it really pushes that to the limit.
Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey. Fucking fantastic game. Like Breath of the Wild, I can go on and on about Super Mario Odyssey and how much I love it. And you know, like I said, it's the reason why I got a Switch. Part of the reason. The main reason being my daughter. I wanted her to experience it. And also, hey, that assist mode in Super Mario Odyssey is actually really nice. You know, I like all the things that they do to accommodate for kids. To make it easier for kids to play and stuff like that. And yeah, Lily uses that mode. It's great. I know it's something so minor, but like the return to like the Super Mario 64 kind of gameplay, where there's no time limit, like 3D World, is a lot more beneficial for my daughter. You know, she's not pressured to like randomly die in her eyes, basically. She doesn't know the concept of like time and stuff. That's why she's still awake. No, that's not why. She's still awake because I'm fucking terrible father. Terrible speaker as well. But anyway, go on, Josh.
Oh yeah. It basically what I was gonna say. It also what? Wow. It also promotes exploration with there not being a time limit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't like kick you out of the kingdom either. Like 64 or Galaxy does. You know, they took a page
not Odyssey
out of Banjo-Kazooie, where you know you could just chill out, continue looking for. So
yeah,
I think it's just the epitome of like 3D platforming. You know, like Ukulele came out recently, and I was like, hey, we're trying to be Banjo-Kazooie. And that game's whatever. There's also a Hat in Time. I didn't play that game either. You might like that game if you like 3D platformers. But Super Mario Odyssey, like, takes the fucking cake for 3D platforming. Just like in general for me. I know a lot of people think a lot of the moons are like super easy, but then there are some really, really difficult moons, especially post game.
Yeah. Oh man, I still didn't get all of them.
Yeah. Like, you can really also showcase like your skill with like the Koopa speed races and stuff. I like that there's like leaderboards and stuff like that, and I was able to compare my like jump rope scores or times or whatever with Ricky and stuff, and Bill fucking demolishes everything because he's like the master god of Mario.
Yeah, he's really good.
I literally refer to Phil as the master, like quote the master, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I said, he's just like the god.
Mm-hmm.
But master. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is great, and people complaining about like easy moons is not a good complaint, honestly. You know, there's a lot of variety.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety in moons. Like there's easy ones and like hard ones. Like if it was just like all hard moons, then you know you're obviously not compensating for everyone that plays that game.
Mm-hmm. And if you get all 999 moons, you get a golden poop.
Oh yeah, sure.
You don't actually.
Yeah, I know.
It's a callback.
I know. Speaking of which, in terms of Super Mario Odyssey versus Breath of the Wild,
mm-hmm.
Breath of the Wild won a lot of Game of the Year awards. Super Mario Odyssey did not. So, like, even though Super Mario Odyssey is like highly rated, I think it's an underrated game because like Breath of the Wild took its lunch basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And Zelda games has always been like that. It has always been more critically acclaimed, Ocarina of Time, stuff like that, than Super Mario games. I mean, people love Super Mario 64 and Galaxy games, but I think Zelda has always been like regarded as I don't know, to a higher standard.
Mm-hmm. I will say, if Mario Odyssey came out in like January, let's say, this year instead of last year, it would already have Game of the Year. No question. Doesn't matter what else would come out this year. Metroid Prime 4, what if you come out this year, wouldn't touch. Well, I mean, no, I don't think any Metroid game would touch a Mario game.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy that they even released Super Mario Odyssey the same year that they released Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's the only reason it doesn't have its own Game of the Year stuff, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking nutty. But you know what? I am happy. Super Mario Odyssey. I think the people who appreciate and love Super Mario Odyssey knows that deep down in their heart that Super Mario Odyssey is actually the better game. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It don't matter. I don't actually care. But you know, I personally like Super Mario Odyssey more than I like Breath of the Wild. There's a there's a lot of sentimental value for me for Super Mario Odyssey, and it's just such a fantastic game, and it does a lot of things so right, so right. By a lot of things, I mean pretty much everything.
Yeah, they don't have like any weird mechanic. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do, because the next game's not gonna have Cappy in it. He could still have his cap throw and everything, and just have it to where it just comes back to him now.
I would somehow love if they could somehow put Cappy in to like his like Smash move set.
Yeah, get rid of Flood and replace it with Cappy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Do it. Yep.
I mean, he wouldn't have the ability to take over anyone, but I mean,
and
just
like
a
whack him,
basic
basically.
melee attack, yeah, a ranged attack, actually, not melee.
Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey. I think we talked about Super Mario Odyssey for
the majority of this recording.
Yeah.
So, well, we talked about one of the greatest games of this year. So let's cool down with some good games from this year.
Good games. I don't know if this would count as a good game, but the next game would be in November. It's something that I played. Mario Party: The Top 100. And Mario Party, the top 100, is basically just like the collection of like some of the best mini games from all the Mario Party games. Mm-hmm. And on paper, that sounds great. But in actuality, it's kind of bare bones. You like as soon as you play this game, you really feel like it's missing something. It's in all that bullshit star fucking raging at your friends for like that's randomly stepping on a tile that gives them a star, or the Bowser thing, like just taking stars or whatever. But you know, it's missing the bullshit boards portion of it. So it's missing that kind of substance.
I mean, I would honestly say Mario Party is majorly the boards. The mini games are just something bonus, in my opinion.
Well, you know, I did enjoy playing with my friend, like Mario Party, the top 100. It was kind of funny. We were playing that one like bowling mini game, where you have to like angle it a certain way to hit all the Goombas. And I went last. Okay. But they you know, they hit as many as they could. And it's the first time that they did it. And I was saying, you know, it's actually really hard, you know, to line it up properly or whatever. And then I fucking just knock it out of the park, and I hit every single Goomba. Nobody had a chance.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah. It's the clincher was I went last, you know. There was no way they were gonna anticipate me like just knocking it out of the park. But you know, like I said, it is missing something without the boards. But if you enjoy the mini games and you have some people to play it with, you can do like the download play option. You only need one cart, so it would have been much better if it was like these collection of mini games with like some classic boards or something.
Yeah, like if it had the Mario Party 2 boards. I always thought Mario Party 2 was the best of the old ones.
It is missing some mini games from I believe the 3DS game. No, the DS game. DS game. Mario Party DS. Mario Party DS is actually legit. Like anyone's played Mario Party DS. That was like the last Mario Party game made by Hudson, I believe. I don't know. You could download play, and it's got the boards, it's got mini games, you know. It's not like the Mario Party games after Hudson stopped being a thing.
I feel like they started getting, well, I mean, everybody knows this, but like they started going like gimmicky after the 4th Mario Party game in terms of like the boards and everything.
I don't know. I mean, Mario Party is a gimmick in general. Whatever.
I mean, it is, yeah. But I mean, like, this is more like Mario Party 9 and 10, where they started, oh yeah, you're in a car now, and Bowser's chasing you, and Bowser's playable. Still not Donkey Kong, though. Donkey Kong's still confined to the board.
Rip. Okay. But moving on from Mario Party.
Yeah.
Top 100.
Probably the biggest games that came out in November. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yay. We're kind of like required to talk about this game. I haven't played it that much. Lily plays it. Lily actually knows how to catch Pokemon and shit, and that's cute.
Yeah.
But I think everyone, ironically, in Adamant Ditto, hates playing Pokemon now.
Well, I mean,
not entirely.
Yeah.
That's not entirely true. I don't know. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon definitely don't do much to be different from Sun and Moon, so it doesn't help.
Yeah. I mean, that's my main problem with it, is that it's largely the same game. And I know the third games usually are the same, just with slightly different story. like, but like I already played through Sun and Moon 3 times because someone bought me a physical copy of Sun, and I would rather have a physical copy than the download copy I originally had. So I played through Sun. I played through Moon. I played through the physical copy of Sun, and then I played through halfway through Ultra Sun. So I'm kind of burnt out on Alola.
I like on the competitive side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I like we don't really like legendaries or whatever, and Ultra Beasts are like the legendaries of this the gen.
Yeah.
And like in terms of like competitive like viable Pokemon are they're it's mostly Tapus and the Ultra Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
There's like actually only like 3 usable. It's like 2 or 3 usable Alolan regular Pokemon, and it's like Mimikyu,
Marini, I think it is.
Marini.
Unless it's.
I'm
I don't
getting
know what the
confused right now with
evolved
Marina Splatoon 2 right now.
is.
But I think it's Marini.
Yeah.
And then I think.
Or is it Toxapex? Marini's the preform, I think.
Yeah, I think you're actually right. Excuse me.
No, I'm just I don't remember. It's for as many times as I played the game. It's just it's at this point white noise to me.
I think
I still love Pokemon, guys.
Maybe there was a Dusk Form Rockruff. I think that's also AU. I don't know. I really don't care. But that's not a whole lot from an entire generation of Pokemon.
Yeah, granted there was only like 6 of them.
Ultra Beast and Tapu Pokemon, like they were so obviously designed to be like the competitive ones, but that's so fucking lame,
Yeah, I mean,
It's super cool that Mimikyu's viable.
Yeah, I love Mimikyu. I mean, Incineroar is a little more viable now that he gets Fire Punch over Fire Fang, because those Fang moves suck. But I mean, he still doesn't have Intimidate. And Blaze isn't that good of an ability. Plus, I know you're in the same boat. We both haven't really been in the competitive scene.
Yeah, we haven't battled in like forever.
Yeah, honestly, like I moved my Pokemon from Sun into Pokemon Bank to move them to Ultra Sun, and that's pretty much the last thing I did. Once Pokemon for the Switch comes out, I wonder how that's gonna work. I'm still a little worried because I'm so used to it being tied to the save being tied to the cartridge instead of the system that I don't know. I freak out about that type of stuff. Like, what if my Switch breaks? What happens then?
Yeah,
I lose
me
all my
too.
Pokemon.
But they actually had like some investor meeting or something like that, and one of the investors was like, "Hey, fucking, when's the Nintendo Switch gonna get cloud saves, bitch?"
Yeah.
So
I mean, especially
they said it exactly like that to the head of Nintendo, exactly like that.
And Kimishima just gave him the finger.
Yeah, how rude! How rude, you Japanese people to other Japanese people.
He threw his sunglasses at him.
Fucking Kimishima.
Not his regular glasses, just sunglasses.
He pulled a cigar in his mouth, and he like unwrapped his arm from like all the women that he was hanging out with, and he stood up and was like, "Fuck you, no cloud saves."
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to really say about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I love Alola. It's just that I played it 3 times. This was the 4th, and I wasn't feeling it.
Like I said, Lily's been playing it. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool that she likes Pokemon.
Fundamentals. Yeah.
Like that's Pokemon's for the kiddies, and she's a kid, and she's enjoying Pokemon. So she knows how to catch Pokemon. That's crazy. She's only 3. She's only 3, guys, and she only just turned 3. So
yeah,
that's crazy, dude. I taught her how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, moving on from Pokemon. There's this game that I played on the Nintendo Switch. It's called Battle Chef Brigade. Nintendo advertised it in one of the directs or so. And it's like this indie game made by a very small team. I believe they're called Trinket Studios. It's just like a handful of guys. And they made this really, really, really charming game. It was kickstarted, and then eventually Adult Swim Games picked them up because they saw, like, hey, you have something cool here. Let's help you out here. And I'm sure, like, from the added funds that they got from their publisher, they were able to do some extra polishing. Battle Chef Brigade is basically a brawler puzzle game hybrid with an emphasis on a story that is themed like a battle cooking show. So stuff like Iron Chef and shit. You know, if you enjoy watching, you know, TV shows like that, it's structured in a similar way. You know, you have these chefs who gather ingredients, like you scramble to gather ingredients within a certain time limit and cook things for judges. And that's, you gather ingredients, you hunt things, and that's the brawler portion. You like, it's basically a beat 'em up, and you beat up fucking dragons and all sorts of fantasy monsters, and it has this really cool fantasy theme to it. Like there's a race of orcs or like undead people and all sorts of other kinds of chefs. Like not just like, I'm not talking about like the things you cut up for food. I'm talking about like the races of people that you interact with. Like the other main character is an orc man. And he's really cool. He's really chill. And like I said, you go, that's the brawler portion. You hunt stuff, you bring all those ingredients in to cook with, and then that's the puzzle game portion. And then they have all sorts of interesting rules where you like twist and turn like these little orbs of certain color to like upgrade like their levels and of flavor and whatever. And you have to, you know, make a dish that would appeal to these judges or whatever. And even though these like foods look fake, they look delicious. They're like really well done artistically. Even though they're fake. Like even though they're made of fake animal parts or whatever, it looks delicious. And it's a really, really charming game. It's only single player. I want to say it flew under the radar because of just how like niche and obscure it is, but it's a very unique game. I really like the presentation. It has like an anime aesthetic. The voiceovers are really well done. Like whoever they got to voice act the game, really well done. Like it really gives the characters a lot of character, very believable, and I liked it a lot. However, I did not beat it. I did not beat it. Okay. But it's still a very charming, pleasant game. I kind of wish there was like an actual head-to-head play against each other, like puzzle kind of mode. But for what's there, I appreciate. You know? So that's Battle Chef Brigade. Please check it out. It's a game that deserves some more attention, I think, because there's like a lot of love put into it.
From what I saw from that Nintendo Direct, I like what I saw. I was thinking about buying it because it looked neat.
It is neat. I don't think you would like it, to be honest, Josh.
That's fair.
It I feel like it especially resonates with me because I've been learning how to cook as just, being a parent and stuff. Battleship Brigade.
Yeah.
So
all right.
That's it for what I have to say about that. Let's move on to Animal Crossing Pocket Campu.
Yeah, the last mobile game we have on here.
Yeah, mobile games.
So, I didn't know what to expect out of this. All we knew for the longest time was that, we were getting an Animal Crossing game on mobile. I thought it would probably be like the when you can in the original original in the West GameCube game, you would it would be the Game Boy Advance Island. I figured that would be it. It would just be a small little island. You get a couple fruit. You don't really do much. You talk to one guest or one resident, and that would be it. I was wrong. It's pretty much a full Animal Crossing game. I mean, granted, you don't have that much space to put stuff, and it's not exactly like an Animal Crossing game, but it is more or less an Animal Crossing game. You upgrade your camper, so you get more room. You could gather fruit and stuff, and instead of it taking 3 days, it takes 3 hours. A lot of freemium stuff in there, and the best thing ever made in a video game: Tom Nook in a bathtub of money. Granted, it's an image, but still one of the best things I've ever seen. I laughed as soon as I saw that because it's ridiculous. And also, Tom Nook would be that guy. Yeah, I mean, I had some fun with it. I kind of stopped playing it. It's just mobile games for you.
So, I've already talked about how mobile games don't really sit well with me. I played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp for a day or two. A big part of the reason why I didn't continue playing it is because it kills my battery, and actually my battery is already bad enough as it is. For my phone, it's dies really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
It's it's fully 3D or whatever, and so it takes up eats up my battery a little bit. Miitomo was like that. But for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, I think it's neat, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't already doesn't sway me into playing mobile games.
Right.
Obviously, I mean that much is obvious. But
yeah,
I like that it doesn't really pressure you to do any microtransactions, and Nintendo's too nice when it comes to that, honestly. Matt actually did a whole video about Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that you should go watch right now. Literally stop your listening to this piece of shit and just watch his video.
Yeah, he's better at talking about that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So please check out his video after after you're done here. It didn't have to be immediately go check out his video, but check it out eventually. Yeah, Matt deserves all the views on things other than his Mario list.
I mean, there's not too much to say about Animal Crossing. It's not exactly an Animal Crossing game, but it plays like an Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Just, with mobile stuff on top of it.
The sort of idea behind like Nintendo's mobile games is like they don't want you to or they want you to hunger for their full-on games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Animal Crossing does for them. It makes people hungry for playing like a full-on Animal Crossing game.
Yeah. I will say though, I do want some of the items that are in Pocket Camp in the actual game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it would be really nice to have a net that you throw into the water to gather like a bunch of fish at once. I mean, pretty much any of the items that get you multiple either fish or bugs. So the net or the honey would be nice, and fertilizer to make trees grow fruit faster would be nice too.
So is that all you have to say about Pocket Camp?
Yeah, I mean, just like a bunch of quality of life stuff they added to the game that would actually benefit the full game when they're going, because they're going to release one when they release a new one.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our final game of the year for 2017.
Yep. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I actually haven't beaten Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet because at some point I actually was waiting for them to patch the game to make the map thing less annoying. Pre-patch, before they patched the game, they had it to where if you press the X button to pull up the menu or for like quick travel, it brings up the sort of like areas outside of the area that you're in, Now, post patch, if you press the X button, it brings up the quick travel, which is skip travel in the game, for the map that you're currently in, and that just makes sense, right? Before you have to go through, like, oh, this I'm on this Titan, okay, I'm at this portion of this area, like on this map, and I don't know where I am, like most of the time, to be honest. So like I would sift through the different areas of this specific Titan that I'm on to find out where I am or where I need to go even. And it was just a pain in the butt, man. It's so like quality of life, but like it really hindered my experience having to like figure out what area I was in, what part of the map I was in. And they changed it, thankfully. So I waited until that patch happened, and by the time that patch came out, I was playing like Splatoon 2 pretty hardcore, and like basically had moved on from playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then I moved on to like playing the Danganronpa games. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has been on a little bit of a hiatus for me, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the game for the most part. It's not a perfect game by any means. There is a lot of flaws with it. There's a lot of issues with it. But I like it. It is an enjoyable JRPG game if you like, JRPGs. I probably don't like it as much as Xenoblade Chronicles 1. But I haven't even beaten that game either.
Me neither. Or X.
But Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I like the thing that I really like the most about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is that the pacing of the story is pretty damn good. There was like this. There was a moment where I was like, why the hell am I doing this? Like, why are they making me do this or whatever? Putting me off the path of what I need to be doing. But like the pacing of the story is actually pretty damn good. You know, there was at one point when Lily actually overwrote my save file, so I had to start all the way over. And so I sped through the game, skipping cutscenes and stuff, and like I was able to progress through the game, like just barely. I was able to progress through the game just like barely at the proper level, like speeding through it. You know, I didn't have to grind too much or whatever. Like like I said, the pacing was very good. And the characters are cool. You know, I mean, Rex might not be that cool. Like his design's kind of like super awful. It would be better if he like, you know, at a certain point, he like his salvager suit actually like closes and hides his thighs, and I think that design is like way better. Like just hiding his thighs. Like for some reason, he has some like weird open thigh salvager suit thing. Like he lets the breeze go through his boxers or whatever. I don't know. It's just some really weird design. But, you know, I like Pyra. I like Mithra. I like the other characters. I like Nia. I like Tora. I like the blades, you know? I like the other characters that you get that I won't spoil. They are really cool. The Tetsuya Nomura characters, you know, I knew they were gonna be bad guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate that it's designed by Tetsuya Nomura because I kind of have a hate relationship with him. Not even a love-hate. I just have a hate relationship with him. So I appreciate that the assholes of the game are designed by the most pretentious video game designer in the industry.
Yep. Oh man, probably gonna prevent Cloud from coming into a Smash Bros. Port for Switch.
Yeah, I guess.
I said you could use them once.
Yeah,
I could see that happening.
No, he's not gonna do something like that. Obviously, it's such a, you know, an honor to be put in the Smash Bros. Game. So.
Well, it conflicts with their fighting game. No,
I don't know. It's... Don't get me started on Square right now.
Okay.
It's too late for that.
It is too late for that.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was the last game on this list that we have for 2017. You know, they had so many big titles, like month after the month, especially for the Switch. You know, I don't have a PS4, so the Switch, obviously, it was the main focus of all these podcasts. It was a great year for Nintendo. It's obvious.
Definitely. Yeah, they had two games that deserve Game of the Year. Obviously, one of them got it.
Right.
And like every game in between, there were heavy hitters. Like we had a Mario Kart, we had Splatoon 2, which Splatoon was huge on the Switch, or on the, obviously, it was huge on the Wii U, and that didn't really sell much back then.
I mean, in Japan, like Splatoon was the system seller, like and Splatoon 2 is like the same shit for Japan right now. They're mad crazy about Splatoon 2, and I think actually Splatoon 2's sales have surpassed Splatoon 1's lifetime sales. I think
makes sense.
You know, but yeah, heavy hitters, dude, all across the board. Like, I wish like the rest of the world was a little bit more wild about Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
But I kind of get why. You know. Like I play a lot of Overwatch, so there are like aspects to Overwatch that I'd much prefer that Splatoon 2 did, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, Splatoon 2 is the Dark Souls of shooters.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I hate that joke.
Splatoon 2 is like Dark Souls meets sea creatures.
Yeah. I mean, they are sea creatures that live on land. So they're land creatures now. That's just the final word of the podcast.
Yeah. Dude, okay. Again, I gotta thank everybody that has been listening to our podcast thus far. We pretty much reached the end of it. We were gonna talk about some old games that we played this year. It was really just me about like talking for a million hours again. I mean, Josh, do you want to talk about Pokemon Go?
I mean, not really. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go lately, and yes, I know I'm a filthy casual playing mobile games all the time. Pretty much every mobile game that was on this list was something I played this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I really got into like walking and hatching the eggs. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
You know, it's a you know, you're just an adult now. Like there's a convenienceness to playing mobile games, and that's why those games can appeal to you, and that's true of a lot of people. Okay, so I'm not saying, hey, I'm not an adult. I have all this free time to play video games. I kind of do have a lot of free time, but I am actually busy.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Ultimate Chicken Horse real quick. That game is the best game of all time.
Yes.
Forever, of every year.
I love that game.
We played that game last year for the channel. We had some really funny videos with Ultimate Chicken Horse. And it's just a great game. It's like Mario Maker, except you fuck over your friends.
Yeah,
you know, like
you can screw yourself over too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like, you deliberately try to like make things more difficult for each other, but if everybody like can pass the level, then nobody gets any points. You know, it's just such a crazy, brilliant duality with how it's scored and stuff like that, and it's just so fun, well designed. I love playing it with friends. You know, and I did get to play with it. I get to play the game with my friend in Houston. Like I said, I briefly mentioned my friend who I played Pokemon with. But we also played Ultimate Chicken Horse, and that was just like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that game. I would love to do that game again.
I would. I believe it's coming to the Switch, so that's actually why I brought it up. I believe it's coming to the Switch. Game of the year, all years.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Tops Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild combined.
Absolutely.
No question.
Dude, if Ultimate Chicken Horse comes out for the Switch this year, 10 out of
10. It's game of the year.
Yeah. Alright, again, big thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for listening. We've been rambling on. I can barely form a sentence. I'm that tired right now.
Yeah, we are super tired. We are doing this for you, the people who are listening right now.
Yeah, we really appreciate you listening this long.
I would especially appreciate it if you leave a comment. That would be great. And you know, I do actually try to reply to the comments. I do that. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. I probably said this already. It cannot be said enough. I'm sure some of you may be wondering, what about the future? What about the future of the channel? Like, what kind of content we'll be will we be doing in the future? I don't know, honestly. I don't know when's the next video that we're gonna do. I was actually gonna. I had an idea for a different video, but I've been distracted, I guess.
It happens. That's life.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we could end the video there.
No, we cannot end the video there. Hopefully, we'll get something out sooner rather than later. No promises.
Yeah, unfortunately we're all busy adults now.
Yeah. If in case anybody was wondering, like, we could talk about real briefly, like, what we've been up to. I don't really feel like I am allowed to disclose what other people have been up to, but you know, let's just say they're busy. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure Matt doesn't mind me saying, like, hey, Matt literally works all day, and when he's not working, he's taking care of his kid. Me, I'm taking care of my kid. I should be working all day. But you know,
family's important.
Yeah. There's things that we could be doing better for sure. A good portion of last year, I was trying to focus on game development, actually. If people are interested, I could show that off, like the stuff that I was working on, but have sort of discontinued working on. I'm working on a newer project, like gradually and slowly, and it's something that I actually truly want to pursue. It's just very difficult. It's like incredibly difficult. Game development is not easy, boys and girls. It's not easy, especially when you know have life knocking on your door and asking for rent. You know.
Yeah, it's a pain. I mean, I've pretty much just been working. Yeah, life's pretty boring. I occasionally get to play video games.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of stressful, but you know, that's life again. The sequel.
Yep. And that's just like a little window into our lives. Outside of like the nothingness that's had happened on the channel, basically. So it's not. I don't want to be like, hey, you should excuse us or whatever. But you know, I'm sure you guys understand. Like, people are busy. That's pretty much it. And the channel's not exactly 100% priority anymore, really. It used to be. We used to, you know, really get together and try to work on stuff, but not anymore. Anyway, it's kind of a bummer. Let's leave on a like higher note. Let's see here. Shit. Promise him something. I don't know. Promise him a new video.
Well, this channel's not going anywhere. We may not upload stuff often, but when we do upload something, hoo boy, it'll be good.
Yeah.
You know, maybe. Hopefully. Maybe. No promises.
Dude, you sound like Morty right now.
Do I?
Yeah, kind of. Like, the way you're talking, it sounds like Morty. Check out Matt's video, like the video we were talking about earlier about Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Go watch that video now if you haven't.
Yeah.
And you can check out my channel, Super Dokugami. I upload videos of me and Lily doing stuff sometimes. Yeah.
I don't have a channel, but you can follow me on Twitter, maybe, or not. I don't really.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Follow me at Don Punch Man. I changed it recently from Ninja Guy Don. Now it's Don Punch Man.
I'm just at JoshR691. So yeah. Follow me if you want to hear promises of pixel art and then never see anything.
Yeah. All right. Again, thanks for listening to us ramble about video games. If you want to see us do more stuff like this, leave a comment. We sure as hell aren't gonna be playing Pokemon like competitively, like battles anymore. So
yeah,
you just forget about that. Don't even think about suggesting that shit. Sorry. Damn, we're back to bummer status. Fuck. Quick, promise them something Pokemon related.
More battles on the way. No.
That's Captain Underpants. Yeah.
Is that Mario and the Captain hit and the Underpants?
No, it's actually Captain Underpants. Oh man. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, bye, everyone.
Sorry, it's been such a bummer. I don't know what else to say other than
Yeah,
I'm like 100% honestly really trying for the YouTube channel. Yeah, I have been. I want us to do like more videos.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Not going too front, not gonna lie, it would be nice to be making money off of YouTube, if if I actually made enough content to warrant a Patreon or something like that, that'd be great, but I know that's not actually in the cards, so I need to this is a case of us talking to Josh personally about game development and how I feel like I have to prove myself first. So you gotta be producing content and really proving to y'all hey, we could do this,
Yeah.
So that's when I feel like we would deserve people's monies, subbing to us or whatever, being patrons for and stuff like that. It would be nice, It would help out a lot. God, we're ending on a bummer again.
Yeah, you know what we should do to not make it a bummer? We should just have text scroll up at the end of a James Bond movie that says James Bond will return. Only something Adam and Ditto related. Maybe. I don't know. That way we don't have to worry about not ending on a bummer.
Let's try that again. We'll return.
Yeah. Well, maybe eventually.
Maybe.
All right, and I think we should just.
Okay. All right. How about this? If we get a lot of comments saying "Hey, I want to see Switch reviews or something like that from y'all," then it will definitely motivate me to do reviews for Switch games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Come on, guys, give him determination.
Yeah. I'd greatly appreciate that, So, again, thank you so much for listening this long, and I hope you guys support us.
Yeah.
Even if it's just leaving a comment and stuff like that, or more so with the comment. So definitely do that. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, goodbye.
Hey, after this recording, I spoke to some folks, and we intend to do a Smash for Switch speculation. We will most definitely see a Smash on the Switch, even though they have not announced anything yet. It just makes sense that they do something regarding Smash for the Nintendo Switch. So, please look forward to us talking about what we'd want from a Smash on Switch. Also, as a little bonus, I wanted to include a little blooper of Lily talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, if you think it's cute and want to hear Lily babble in her baby language about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, continue listening. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is a game that I still have not finished yet, actually. But
it's also the thrower. So it's a thrower that it is.
I haven't.
Yes, the thrower.
I haven't beaten Xenoblade Chronicles.
This thrower's broken. And thrower. For the switch, right? The so it's the left way down.
Okay, anyway, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I have not beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet. I ended up like stopping sort of halfway because
so the shower's off.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna push you out. Go over, mommy. Okay. Anyway.